Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you about car insurance if you're in the gig work realm and you're using your car for any type of business. Like in my case, I do food delivery with Grubhub and Uber Eats. So if you're doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, doing Uber, Lyft, Postmate, Instacart, even if you're using your car for plowing snow, actually this would apply to you. I recently learned after I got into an accident that my car insurance would not cover anything if I am online on any of the apps. So I've been rear-ended by somebody while I was on my way to pick up an order from Taco Bell. So I did not have the food with me yet, and even in that case, technically, if you're doing Uber, they say the trip doesn't start until you have somebody in the car with you. The time from wherever you're at until the pickup doesn't really count as you're in the trip, but it's different from a company to another, obviously, and we'll talk about that here in a second. So if you're under any of the major insurances except of 4 that I will name here in a little bit, you're most likely not covered if you get into an accident when you are waiting for an offer, when you have food or a person with you in the car, or when you're on your way to pick up. So you're not covered at all as long as you're online, either waiting for offer or on your way to pick up or actually have somebody with you. Now, like I said, it is different from one company to another, because after I called, the person I talked to told me that they never dealt with Grubhub before, but they know with Uber they will cover you if you have a passenger with you. She didn't have any idea on how it goes with Uber Eats, so I would assume that if you already have the food with you, they will cover you if you get into an accident, but not when you're waiting for offers or when you are going toward the restaurant or toward the person that you need to pick up. With Grubhub though, when I called them and told them what happened, I was under the assumption that's going to be the same thing, and I'm somewhat covered under their insurance when I accept an offer. And what they told me is absolutely not, because before we accept you as a driver for Grubhub, one of the requirements is for you to show proof of insurance. That means that we're not responsible for anything that happens to you, whether you're waiting, whether you're on your way, or whether you actually have the food with you. Anything that would happen to you, Grubhub is not responsible, and they will not cover anything under their insurance, which is different from DoorDash and Uber Eats, according to my knowledge, unless I'm wrong, and if I am, please correct me on a comment down below. So the point here is, if you want to do any of these work that your title would be an independent worker or an independent contractor, you should look for one of these 4 car insurances, either Progressive or State Farm, Allstate, or Geico. Now, the reason why I didn't go with or the reason why I went with Progressive is because with Progressive you're 100% covered no matter what, but you need to check your quote and compare it with the other ones. Now with Allstate, they didn't call me back until I already signed with Progressive and paid them already, so I couldn't go out of that. But hopefully 6 months from now, because I paid the whole 6 months all at once, So hopefully 6 months from now I'll compare Progressive with Allstate, because no matter what, you're 100% covered according to what they told me. Now with Geico and with State Farm is a little bit different. State Farm said that they will cover you if you are using your car for 50% personal use and 50% for deliveries or gig work or whatever it is, the gig that you're doing. Like I said, even snow plowing counts toward like independent contractor. So if you use your car 50% for personal use and 50% for work, State Farm will cover you. In my case, I do this full time. I use my car 100% for work, so I could not get coverage, and I did not get that information until I asked for a written confirmation of the policy from State Farm, because when I talked to the person on the phone, they told me, yes, you're gonna be covered, everything is good, this is your quote, blah 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 blah. But luckily I told them that I'm not gonna trust anybody anymore until I have a written proof of what's going on. So she sent me an email of the policy with or for independent contractor, and in there it says 50% personal use, 50% work, you're covered. So I called her back. She's like, oh, I didn't pay attention to that. I thought you're covered no matter what. So even if you call an insurance company and they tell you that you're covered, you need to make sure that you have a written proof for that, because the person who's trying to sell you the insurance, they're gonna do whatever they can to sell you the insurance. So in this case with State Farm, she either didn't know that you have to be using your car 50% and 50%, or she knew that and she tried to hide it from me just so she can get the commission from selling me the car insurance. So I ended up going with Progressive in this case. So bottom line is, if you're doing any of these gig works, DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber, Lyft, Postmate, Instacart, anything that you're using your car for work, you need to make sure that you have one of these 4 insurances. And I'm not promoting any of them, by the way. I'm not getting paid from any of these places to talk about them or anything. I'm just trying to help out everybody that's doing this type of work and not make the mistake that I made, being under the assumption that your car insurance would cover you when you get into an accident no matter what. Because I was with Root Insurance and I had nothing but good experience with them until this happened, and I'm planning on making another video to review my experience with Root Insurance. And if you'd like to see that, please leave me a comment down below and I'll make sure to have it out as soon as I can. But yeah, so just a free advice, make sure to check your car insurance if you're doing any gig work, because you may not be under the coverage that you think you are, and when God forbid you get into an accident, you think that the insurance is going to take care of the repair cost. You're gonna be left in a very, very deep hole. And luckily for me, the repair was very minor. It's not gonna bother me even if I don't fix it at all, because it was a small crack on the rear bumper. So if I can get the other person insurance to fix it, that would be great. If it doesn't get fixed at all, I'm not gonna pay $1,500 out of my pocket just to fix a small crack on my bumper. So that's it for this video, guys. Please tell me what you think about this information. If you like it, like the video. If you didn't like the video, dislike it. Subscribe to the channel for future videos so you don't miss them. And see you next time. Peace.